Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Trafford Daily. Don't miss any updates, news of Manchester United. No delay. Let's get started. When Manchester United step into the final days of the transfer window under the guidance of Ruben Amorim, the club finds itself at a decisive crossroads. For months, speculation has swirled around midfield reinforcements, with Carlos Balaba's name dominating headlines. Yet behind the scenes, Old Trafford's hierarchy and Amorim himself have identified a different priority, securing a new goalkeeper for the future. And that is why Lammens, the 22-year-old Belgian shot stopper, has suddenly become one of the most important pieces of the new era. Sources close to the negotiations indicate that United are on the verge of finalising a deal for Lammens, with agreements on personal terms already settled and only the last formalities separating him from a move to the Premier League giants. If all goes according to plan, Amorim could soon have at his disposal a player he considers central to the next phase of his squad's evolution. A shift in priorities. When Ruben Amorim replaced Erik ten Hag, fans and pundits alike expected United's attention to focus almost exclusively on midfield. After all, Amorim's tactical system, built around quick transitions, high pressing and fluid rotations, requires midfielders capable of both relentless energy and technical precision. Carlos Balaba, Brighton's dynamic young talent, was seen as the ideal candidate to fill this role. However, as Amorim assessed his squad more closely during pre-season, one weakness stood out above all else: long-term stability in goal. Andre Onana has faced intense scrutiny since his arrival, with inconsistent performances, questionable decision-making under pressure, and difficulty adapting to the relentless pace of English football. While Onana remains an option, Amorim believes United cannot afford to rely solely on him if they are to challenge for the highest honours again. That recognition has shifted United's strategy dramatically. Instead of putting all their resources into winning the bidding war for Balaba, the club has turned its full attention to signing Lammens. In Amorim's words to insiders, "A team without a secure future in goal has no foundation." Who is Lammens? For casual fans, Lammens may not be a household name yet, but those who follow Belgian football know his immense potential. Standing at 6'6", 1.98 metres, he is a commanding presence in the box, blessed with sharp reflexes, quick feet for a man of his size, and an ability to dominate aerial duels. Developed in Club Brugge's academy before moving to Royal Antwerp, Lammens has already shown flashes of brilliance in domestic competition and European fixtures. Belgium's youth national teams have leaned on him repeatedly, seeing him as a natural successor to the golden generation of keepers. At just 22, he has years ahead to refine his craft, but the raw attributes are undeniable. What particularly excites Amorim is Lammens' distribution. Unlike many traditional goalkeepers, he is comfortable with the ball at his feet, able to launch counter-attacks with precise long passes or build calmly from the back. In Amorim's tactical model, where goalkeepers act almost like deep-lying playmakers during transitions, this trait is indispensable. Why he matters more than Balaba. Carlos Balaba is undoubtedly talented. His energy, pressing and box-to-box ability have drawn praise across the Premier League. But Manchester United's situation is unique. The club already boasts a range of midfield options, from Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo to Casemiro, Mason Mount and Scott McTominay. While Balaba would add depth and dynamism, United's midfield is not their most urgent weakness. The goalkeeper position, however, represents both a short-term risk and a long-term question mark. Andre Onana's struggles, combined with the lack of a genuine young understudy ready to step in, leave United exposed. In high-pressure matches, a single mistake from the man between the posts can undo months of work. Amorim understands this reality, which is why he has pressed the board to accelerate negotiations for Lammens. Moreover, United's financial strategy makes Lammens even more valuable. At 22, his price tag is significantly lower than Balaba's, and his wages will not disrupt the dressing room balance. This makes him both a sporting and economic win for the club, a rare combination in today's inflated transfer market. Amorim's vision. Ruben Amorim has made no secret of his ambitions at Manchester United. He wants to craft a team built for the future, blending youthful potential with experienced leadership. Already, his fingerprints are visible. A more aggressive pressing shape, a greater reliance on younger talents like Menu, and an insistence on technical excellence across all positions. Lammens fits this philosophy perfectly. He is young, hungry, and still malleable enough to adapt to Amorim's precise tactical instructions. Crucially, Amorim views him as more than just a backup. The manager believes that within 2 seasons, Lammens could be United's undisputed number 1, anchoring the defence for the next decade. This vision explains why United are prioritising him over Belgian. While the midfielder could strengthen Amorim's plans, Lammens represents the foundation. Amorim has stressed repeatedly that success begins from the back, and without a reliable modern goalkeeper, the rest of the system cannot function at its best. The deal nears completion. Negotiations have moved quickly in recent days. Reports suggest that United and Antwerp are close to agreeing on a transfer fee, while Lammens himself is enthusiastic about the move. For a young Belgian, the chance to join Manchester United under a progressive coach like Amorim is a dream scenario. He knows he may not be first choice immediately, but the pathway is clear: patience, development, and ultimately leadership in one of football's most iconic positions. United officials are confident that the deal could be wrapped up before the end of the window. If completed, it will mark a symbolic turning point in Amorim's tenure. His first real statement signing, not driven by media pressure or fan demand, but by a clear, rational assessment of what the team truly needs. Fans' reaction and the bigger picture. Among supporters, opinions are mixed. Many still crave the excitement of a high-profile midfield signing like Belgian, whose name carries more glamour in the rumour mill. But the more tactical minds within the fan base recognise Amorim's logic. Football history is filled with examples of great teams built on strong goalkeepers. Peter Schmeichel in the 1990s, Edwin van der Sar in the 2000s, and even David de Gea during his peak years. United's golden eras have always coincided with world-class shot stoppers. Lammens may not yet belong to that category, but he has the attributes to grow into it. By investing in him now, Amorim ensures that United are not caught scrambling for a goalkeeper in the future when the market could be even more inflated. Conclusion: a strategic masterstroke? In the theatre of football transfers, headlines often prioritise flashy midfielders or goal-scoring forwards. Yet Ruben Amorim's decision to put Lammens at the heart of his rebuild shows a refreshing pragmatism. Instead of chasing glamour, he is addressing necessity. Instead of listening to noise, he is building a foundation. For Manchester United, securing Lammens would not just be a signing, it would be a statement. A statement that the club has learned from past mistakes, that it values structure over spectacle, and that it is willing to invest in the quiet positions that make the loudest difference. If the deal is completed as expected, Old Trafford may soon welcome a young Belgian giant who embodies the future. And in doing so, Ruben Amorim will have taken his first decisive step toward restoring Manchester United to the heights they once called home.